Shalom, Koholoyim La, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. Let's get the bottom of today's GMS and honest Yuakim. Peace and bless you, brothers and sisters that listen to Church of the Firstborn, the hopeful elect, Koholoyim La, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. And I want to continue on the last video I was doing on the New Jerusalem. Went into the actual city itself and the glory that it's going to have. But mainly going into, more importantly, the elect and how the elect is the new heavenly Jerusalem. And out of Ratzazah, we're a part of it, after we come back down, man. That's that new city, right? That goes into Revelation, the 21st chapter, which I want to briefly expound on, right? I want to do another video on the stones. But Revelation, the 21st chapter, there was a verse I wanted to highlight. I remember seeing a Christian trying to break this down, which is hilarious, okay? Where it says there was going to be no sun and where there's going to be no moon. But the sun and the moon is always going to be there. But this is spiritual. In fact, let's read it. Revelation chapter 21, verse 22. And then I'm going to go back further up in the chapter. Revelation 21, verse 22. And I saw no temple therein, for the Lord Almighty and the Lamb are the temple of it. Right? Yahweh Bashem Shah. Right? We know Yahweh Shah is a chief cornerstone. We know the third temple is the elect, man. Okay? Scripture tells you that the tabernacle of the Most High, verse 3, is with men. Right? And he measured the city was 144 cubits, and it was the measurement of a man. That's the elect, man. So this is spiritual, all right? Let's read on. It says, and the city, this is the point I want to get into, and the city had no need of the sun, neither of the moon to shine in it, for the glory of the Most High did lighten it, and the Lamb is the light thereof, man. Right, and this is spiritual, okay? Where it says there's no need of the sun and neither of the moon. The sun and the moon is always going to be there. So what is the scripture saying? Let me get Genesis the 8th chapter first to prove that. Genesis chapter 8, verse 22. This is what the Lord said. While the earth remaineth, seed time and harvest, and cold and heat. Scripture tells you, Ecclesiastes, the first chapter, that the earth abided forever. When Scripture says a new heavens and a new earth, it doesn't mean it's going to be a brand new earth, right? There's going to be new rulership, right? It's going to be underneath righteousness, underneath Yahweh Bashem Shah and his elect, man. Right? The earth is not going to explode, The earth is going to abide forever, man. But it's going to be cleaned up. It's going to be renewed. So while the earth remaineth, which the earth abideth forever, seed time and harvest is a time to plow the ground and sow the seed, and it's a time to gather the fruits. And cold and heat, and summer and winter, the different seasons. And day and night shall not cease. So day and night is never going to cease. Will stop from existing. And what is the greater light that controls the day? We know it's the sun. The lesser light is the moon. So the sun and the moon ain't going anywhere, man. All right? Let me further prove it. Let me get Jeremiah 31:35. Let me get that actually. Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 35. Let's read. Verse 35. It says, thus saith Yahweh Bashem Shah, which giveth the sun for a light by day. Goes to Genesis the 8th chapter. The greater light controls the day as the sun, and the ordinance of the moon and the stars for a light by night, which divided the sea when the seas wave there, which divided the sea when the waves thereof roar. Which we know the gravitational force from the moon also controls the tides as well. All right, let's read on. And this is all the work of Yahweh Bashem Shah. Let me read that again. It said, which divided the sea when the waves thereof roar. Yahweh Bashem Shah of hosts is his name, man. So Yahweh Bashem Shah created the sun, the moon, the stars, everything. The whole inhabited earth, man, the universe, created by the first author of beauty. Let's read on. If those ordinances depart from before me, saith Yahweh Bashem Shah, then the seed of Israel shall also cease from being a nation before me forever. So if the sun and the moon is no longer around along with the stars, if those ordinances depart, so with the seed of Israel. So the sun and the moon is not going anywhere, man. Right? So what does that Revelation of 21 verse 23 means? Let me get Isaiah the 60th chapter. So I just have to prove that real quick to the power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Because Isaiah the 60th chapter is also going into the kingdom. And it also was stated in the book of Isaiah. Let's get to Isaiah chapter 60. And I'm going to jump back to Revelation 21. Isaiah chapter 60, verse... The whole chapter is good. Let's start from 18. Violence shall no more be heard in thy land. I went into that in the last video. The heathens no longer go in and out of our land, invading our territory, putting us in captivity and chains. That's no longer going to happen. All right. After this captivity, the Lord said he would no longer lead us into captivity again. All right. Let's read on. Wasting nor destruction within thy borders, for thou shalt be called thy walls salvation and thy gates praise. The sun shall be no more thy light by day, neither for brightness shall the moon give light unto thee. And it's going to break it down. For Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua shall be unto thee an everlasting light, and thy power and thy glory. He's going to be our chief light. The light himself, Yahweh Shai, is going to dwell with us, man. Right? This is all spiritual. Verse 20, and it's going to expound on it. The sun shall no more go down. Let me read it again, verse 20. Thy sun shall no more go down. Thy wisdom, thy knowledge, thy understanding. This is what it's mean. This is what it's going into. Neither shall thy moon withdraw thyself, for Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua shall be the everlasting light. So the sun and the moon is comparable to wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You can read that in the book of Wisdom, Solomon, the 7th chapter. So our sun and our moon is never going to go down, because we know the sun rises and it sets. We know the moon waxes and it wanes. But our sun and the moon is never going to depart. All right? So that's what that scripture means. It says, for Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua shall be an everlasting light, and thy days of thy mourning shall be ended. That's what that means. Right? So let me get back to Revelation, the 21st chapter. No more captivity, no more mourning. It also tells you in that book of Revelation, the 21st chapter. Let's jump back up. Revelation chapter 21, verse 2. He says, and I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from the Most High out of heaven. And we're going to shine, man. Oh, man. Can't wait, man. This is what we want, man. That eternal glory, man. All right? The new covenant, the morning star, the new bodies, man. All right? It says, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband, Yahweh Shai. Right? The scripture says, we're being prepared as chaste virgins for the Mashiach. Okay, let's read on. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of the Most High is with men, and he will dwell with them. See, he's going to be the chief light. And they shall be his people, and the Most High himself shall be with them and be their power. And the Most High shall wipe away all the tears from their eyes. We just read that in the book of Isaiah, the 60th chapter. Right? The days of mourning are going to be ended. Our sun and moon is never going to depart. Our wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Right? And they shall be no more death, immortality. Neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. He said, we read on, the chapter's good. We jump down to verse 10. And he carried him away into spirit to the great and high mountain, and showed me the great city, the holy Jerusalem, descending out of heaven from the Most High. This is the elect coming down from the chariots, having the glory of the Most High. And her light was like unto a stone most precious, even like a jasper stone, clear as crystal. Oh, man. So we're going to be flawless in the kingdom. We're going to have similar glory to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, because when St. John the Revelator described the Most High, it described him like a jasper stone. Matter of fact, look, where's that precept? I think that's Revelation, the 4th chapter. I get that. So this New Jerusalem is going to be beautiful. The elect, the bride of the Lamb, man. This is what we're fighting for, man. That type of glory, man. So you got Jake selling out for what, man? Crumbs, man. The Lord promised us everything underneath our big brother Yahweh Shai Mashiach, man. But let's read Revelation chapter 4, verse 4. Let me jump. I'm going to read this. It says, and round about the throne were 24 seats, and upon the seats I saw 24 elders. These are top angels, clothed in white raiment, and they had on their heads crowns of gold. And out of the throne proceeded lightnings and thunders and voices. And there were 7 lamps of fire burning the menorah before the throne, which are the 7 spirits of the Most High. And before the throne there was a sea of glass like unto a crystal. And the midst of the throne and round about the throne were 4 beasts full of eyes before and behind. Right? So he goes into the 4 beasts, the 24 elders. But let me jump up to verse 3. It says, verse 2, and immediately I was in the spirit, and behold, a throne was set in heaven, and one sat on the throne, the Most High. And he that sat was to look upon like a jasper and a sardine stone. And there was a rainbow round about the throne in the sight like unto an emerald. So the scripture says the Most High, when he sat up, it looked like a jasper and a sardine stone. So the elect gonna have that similar glow, that similar glory. We're reading Revelation, the 21st chapter. Let me jump back. Scripture also talks about clear as a crystal. So we gonna be faultless, man. We gonna be in the presence of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. That scripture says flesh and blood can't inherit the kingdom of the Most High. We have to be changed. All right. So it says, having the glory of the Most High. Let me read Revelation 21:11 again. It says, having the glory of the Most High, and her light was like unto a stone most precious, even like a jasper stone, similar to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, clear as crystal. So we gonna be beautiful, man. All right. And our sun and the moon is never going to depart. Right. The actual sun and the moon is always going to be there. I read those precepts already. As long as the seed of Israel is here. All right. Because they govern, like we read in Genesis, the 8th chapter, seed time, harvest. Okay. The actual day and night, the seasons, time, they govern those things, man. So this is all spiritual. All right. And so like we said, man, Kolam La Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. That's why King David said, let me get Psalm 17:15. All right. The type of glory the elect is going to have, the New Jerusalem. Let me get Daniel, the 12th chapter after this. Psalm 17:15. It says, as for me, I will behold thy face in righteousness. This is King David. I shall be satisfied when I wake with thy likeness, man, with thy glory, when I'm changed. Like Job said, right? He said that he couldn't wait to be changed in Job, the 14th chapter, man. Right? That point in time until my change come. Right? King David said, I want to rise with thy likeness. See, right now we see through a glass darkly. Right? We know in part, we prophesy in part. But the mystery of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is going to be fulfilled in the kingdom. Right? We're going to know everything, man. And we're going to be like Yahweh Shai. That's when we're going to be able to fully comprehend the glory of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. Fully, man. And we're going to shine, man. Let me get Daniel, the 12th chapter. All right? So, Kolam La Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. This is New Jerusalem. Daniel chapter 12. Let's get it. Daniel chapter 12, verse 2. And many of them that sleep in the dust, the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. All right. So it talks about the resurrection of the just and the resurrection of the unjust. And even in the kingdom itself, the 2/3, when you guys come back, you're going to be ashamed, man, of the things that you did, because all Israel will be in the kingdom, man. All right. It says, and they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament. They're going to be shine like the stars. And they that turn many to righteousness as the stars forever and ever. We're going to be the true celebrities in the kingdom, man. The true stars of righteousness. See, that's why I just read Revelation, the 21st chapter. We're going to shine like the jasper stone, like the Most High himself, man. Right? And like we said, we can't fully comprehend the things we're reading. We're using our imaginations, but we really going to see it in that time, man. Right? Just like when you read the precepts, I think it was Simon, the high priest, who was the I believe he was the son of Onias II. No, Onias the first. Let me get that. The scripture compares him to the morning star. That's how righteous he was. Let me get that. Sirach, the 50th chapter. Right? And our glory is going to be greater than that, man. And one more precept after this. Like I said, I want to do a video on the stones. Let's get Sirach chapter 50, verse 1. It said, Simon the high priest, the son of Onias the first, who was in his life repaired the house again, and in his days fortified the temple. By him, Sirach is, the way he wrote it is beautiful, man. Like poetry. It says, by him was built from the foundation, the double height, the high fortress of the wall about the temple. In his days, the cistern to receive water, being encompassed as the sea, was covered with the plates of brass. He took care of the temple that it should not fall, and fortified the city against besieging. How was he honored in the midst of the people, and in his coming out of the sanctuary? He was as the morning star in the midst of a cloud, and as a moon at the full. That's how much he shined. Scripture says wisdom causeth a man's face to shine, man. As the sun shining upon the temple of the Most High, and as the rainbow giving light in the bright clouds. That's how righteous he was, man. Scripture says he was like the sun shining upon the temple of the Most High. Right? It's symbolic. Then that's how we're going to shine in the kingdom. Okay? And as the flower of the roses in the spring of the year, as lilies, the Most High's favorite flower, 2nd Ezra the 5th chapter, by the rivers of water and the branches of the frankincense tree in the time of summer, man. So that's the type of glory that he had. All right, verse 11, when he put on the robe of honor and was clothed with the perfection of glory, when he went up to the holy altar, he made the garment of holiness honorable, man. So the scripture said he had what? He was clothed with the perfection of glory. And I brought that out to compare that. That's how the elect are going to be. The new Jerusalem, clothed with the perfection of glory. Scripture says he was like the sun shining upon the temple. Okay? He was like as the morning star, man. All right? So these are our forefathers, man. Simon, the son of Onias. That's how righteous he was. And the scripture says in the kingdom, we're going to be kings and priests, man. All right, so, man, man. It's going to be beautiful, man. See, and that's what we want. That's the type of glory that we want. The glory in this world is foolishness, man. Right? The scripture tell you the wisdom of this world is foolishness, man. Everything is corruptible in this society. Aisha's fame, his status, his money, everything is tainted. And the Bible calls it a corruptible crown. But when we get that glory, Adam Ratazah is going to be incorruptible and it's going to be forever. We get Matthew the 13th chapter, and I'll close it out with this. This is what Yahweh Shai said. Matthew chapter 13, verse, I believe it's 32. Let me see. Matthew chapter 13. Let me jump on down. I think it's Matthew chapter 13, verse 41. The Son of Man shall send forth his angels, and they shall gather out of his kingdom all things that offend, and them which do iniquity, the 2/3. All right, and shall cast them into the furnace of fire, the second death, and they shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth. So we know that's going to be the nuclear destruction, along with the chariots and the lasers. Right, and then after that, it says what? Then shall the righteous shine forth as the sun in the kingdom of their Father, man. Man. The righteous are going to shine, that new Jerusalem, that holy city. We're going to be perfected, man. All right? So like I said, man, that's the type of glory that we want to obtain. All right? So hopefully this lesson was edifying. Like say, Shalom.